What's up, everybody? So, with all this justice for equals MC squared, justice for bedtime stories, justice for this album, justice for that album, justice left, right, up, and down, I felt like She Wolf needed some justice. That album, girl, first of all, that album to me is incredible. I fucking love. It was very trend-setting, was very ahead of its time. It was very, she was doing the electronica music, but she was mixing it with all these Middle Eastern influences and, Colombian influences and all these different type of genres, mixing them together and taking the EDM and electronic music to a whole nother level that the other girls weren't doing it at the time. The other girls were just very much, here's a beep bop beep, very much, here's a bass, here's a but when Shakira was giving you tribal world, all this type of influences into her songs at the time. So that album was absolutely incredible, but let's talk about that era. That's what we need justice for, because we need to go back in time and completely redo She Wolf, because that is one of the most biggest travesties of an era I've ever seen in my life. I cannot believe all the potential that was wasted out of its socket. So let's just we're gonna take a trip down memory lane and let's remember the first single, She Wolf. First of all, perfect first single choice, great single. I thought it was a great decision. Music video was poppin', obviously. It's a classic. The song is a classic. The music video is a classic. It was a very smart first single choice, in my opinion. So I wouldn't do anything to change that. The one thing I would do, though, is that I remember the song came out in, June, and the music video came out, late July. First of all, in 2009, girl, we don't have time for a 1.5 month wait for your music video. Give us a single, and a week or two later, give us the music video. But not a whole month. It's too long. It's too much. Especially at that time, we had YouTube. The girls are waiting. That was the first problem. So to me, I would have released a song in early August, right? Release She Wolf early August, and then late August. Actually, let's reverse that. Release the single first week of August, right? End of August, we have the music video, maybe middle August, whatever. And then at the BMAs, perform She Wolf. Hello? What the fuck was going on? Something where it's all very compact, here's a song, okay, 2 weeks later or 1 week later, here's the video, and here 2 weeks later, now I'm on the BMAs doing a big-ass performance in the cage, doing the splits and the backflips, and whatever the gymnast shit she was doing, in the big-ass cage on stage, turn into a wolf. I don't give a fuck. Do everything that you can, because she was giving you production value. So imagine she does She Wolf, her music video, on the BMA stage. It would have been literally a #1 smash. So I don't know why she didn't perform on the VMAs. It makes zero sense. I think she was supposed to, and maybe Amanda Ghost said, no, we're not doing that. Miss Amanda Ghost, let's talk about that. Where's the Shakira'S stands at? I remember Miss Amanda Ghost, the head of Epic Records at the time. First of all, the reason She Wolf did fine. Let's be real. Could it have been rolled out better, that first single? Yes. But it did fine. It wasn't a flop by any chance. And it was a hit. So, Miss Amanda Ghost, this bitch, head of Epic Records, she sits Shakira down in a car. I think that it was VMA night, actually. Something like that. Something in New York City or whatever the fuck. And Miss Amanda tells Shakira, you know what, girl, Miss She Wolf did fine, but it's not doing what we wanted it to do. We agreed that the second single should be Did It Again, but we're not going to do that. Actually, what we're going to do is you're going to record this song with Lil Wayne, and we're going to delay your album by 2 months, but we're going to release it in Europe in October. This is, keep in mind, again, president of a record label. Okay. She said, we're going to release your album in October 2nd in the whole entire world. And then in America, we're going to release it in November 23rd, girl, because we're going to have this Lil Wayne song. It's going to be massive. It's going to be a smash hit. We're going to stop all promotion for Did It Again and all that. We're just going to, we're going to do Give It Up to Me. But we're going to release Did It Again in the rest of the world at the same time. Girl, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you on crack? Is crack what you're smoking? Because you're doing something, nothing that you're saying is making sense. I cannot believe Shakira sat down and agreed with this woman with whatever bullshit she was spewing out. It made no sense. Why the fuck would you release an album 2 months before in the rest of the world in late 2009 when literally, here's the album, okay, I'm putting it on the internet, and now everyone has it. Girl, it's called a leak. And you're going to purposefully leak your album 2 months ahead in the rest of the world? Where are you? This is not 1982, girl. What the fuck are you talking about? So, oh my god. Oh shit, girl. I can't even take that era, girl. Oh my god. So, let's go back to what really should have happened. So, you have She Wolf, you perform it on the VMAs, perfect. Huge hit, massive smash. Second single should have been Men in This Town. It really should have been. It's the most instant. It's one of the most instant songs on the album. It was very much fitting the sound at the time. It had the Matt Damon line, which for whatever reason was really going through, like, the news. Like, I remember all the blogs and all the magazines were talking about it, like, oh my god, like, that's so funny. Like, why she talk about Matt Damon? She don't want Matt Damon? You know, so it was, like, giving the people something to talk about. It was one of the catchiest songs on the album. Everyone fucking loved it. It was... And you could have made a epic fucking music video for it. Second single would have made sense for Men in This Town. That's it. Period. There really was no other question. You listen to the album, that's a clear second single. It's just so obvious. So that's what I would have done, but instead we had Did It Again and Give It Up to Me with Lil Wayne. What the fuck was that? I don't even know what was going on. And then it was just... And on top of that, girl, Did It Again and Give It Up to Me came out in like October or November. Like, when She Wolf came out in like June. And also started stalling in August. Like, why? Once that started stalling, the second single should have been out at the end of August. Should have been Men in This Town. Get on VMAs and do Men in This Town. I mean, there are so many different ways to salvage this project, and instead, they just kept beating it into the ground. So, finally, the album comes out. And obviously, it sold not very well because everyone had the fucking album already. Like, we all downloaded the leak, girl. The fuck? I downloaded the leak, but I did buy the album as well. But still, you know, most people weren't going to do that. So, anyways, so Men in the Town should have been the second single. Now, third single, in my opinion, should have been... I would say Why Wait. Why Wait should have been the third single. Why? Because, first of all, at that point, it would have been like the new year, 2010. She could have performed Why Wait on the Grammys. Come on, listen to this story. Like, how perfect would this be? She goes on the Grammys, she does She Wolf. You know, something orchestral because you have very much violins, like something very cool, something very different, and then push it into Why Wait. Or maybe even just do Why Wait and do like what she did on the Sale El Sol tour, where she's, with the flag works, all these flags and all this. Is very, you know, the song is very electronic and very bass heavy, but it also has all these Mediterranean, you know, influences. The way Pharrell made that track, it's just so perfect. She could have belly dance, she could do hip hop, she could do everything to that song because there's so many different flavors to it. So she performed on the Grammys, brought a cultural moment to the stage, did that flag work, belly dancing. It would have been, and the song itself is just so fucking good. It's so catchy. And I think it's the perfect mix of what people know her for, which is the world music. Mix it with the sound of the day. It's a perfect song and a perfect moment. Perfect Grammys moment. It would have fucking smashed. And I think it would have been a huge hit. So in our fantasy world, She Wolf would have been a VMA performance, smash. Second single, Men in This Town, smash. And then like something with like a music video that could have been very like, you know, Old Town, very 1940s, and she's coming, very like Pink's Trouble music video, something like that. I think that would have been really cool for her to do. Something very fun and different for her. Like wearing like cowboy boots and like a cowboy hat. Like I think she would have really snapped and slayed that. So then third single, Why Wait, huge Grammy performance, cultural moment. And I think the fourth single should have been Did It Again. And with that same music video, and then imagine, girls, just imagine. She did a mix of that on an award show. She performs It Again, and she does it like the music video choreography on that bed. And she brings a bed to the stage, and she does that choreography, and then she also does those big drums like she did on the X Factor performance. Girl, oh my god, like everyone been like, look at this woman, look at all the talent she has, look at all the innovation she's bringing. Like, what, and her look and her feel during that era was so pristine. Like, that was the first time I saw her really giving fashionista moments. Like, her hair was just like perfect. These fucking Dolce & Gabbana, whatever the fuck, Balmain situations, these dresses, these perfect looks, the makeup looking right, she's looking right, her body looking right, she's promoting all over America. She really was. She was giving big production performances, but again, when you're not picking the right singles, when you're delaying albums, you're delaying singles, you're picking 7 singles at the same time, it doesn't matter what you perform, no one gives a fuck at that point. I mean, I feel like nowadays it's easier to salvage an era with how fast people's attention spans are, but back then, like, once you really messed it up, it was over. It was really over. So, with that big delay between She Wolf and Did It Again, and then the fact that then it switched to Give It Up to Me with Lil Wayne, it's just, girl. But give it up to me, that music video, she really did what she needed to do. And her performances during that era was so good. It was just like such a shame that there was no justice, girl. Where was the fairness to this era? So, Retrack. She-Wolf, Men in This Town, Why Wait, did it again. That would have been perfect single choices. Those big performances that I mentioned, those music videos, it would have been a huge worldwide smash. And then, after Did It Again, we roll into Waka Waka. And girl, it's world domination. First of all, she was looking for world domination. I remember in her Rolling Stone review interview that year, she said, "I'm coming for America this year. Like, I'm done with it. I'm really putting my foot down, and we're coming for America. Like, I'm going to dominate this country like no one's ever heard before." So her motivation was so high at this point. I don't even know what. And then they released Gypsy as the third single, bitch. Why? What? Who listens to that album and thinks Gypsy is like a highlight? Gypsy's a good song, don't get me wrong. The whole album is really great. Gypsy is probably one of the least great tracks on that album. First of all, I don't even think it was written by Shakira. One of the only songs on the album that was not written by Shakira. Miss Amanda Ghost, yet again. She wrote that song, so she said, well, I wrote that song, so we're making this single. Everything about Amanda Ghost is a terrorist. I don't give a fuck. She is Satan. She came in and she said, She-Wolf, no. It's Ghost Wolf. It's my album, my singles. We're releasing it when I want, and you're gonna do everything. Like, I don't know what. Shakira's a very headstrong person. I don't know why she was just, maybe because it was the head of the label, so it's like, what can you do? What can you really say? But the fuck? How did the way that went? She-Wolf, and then 2 month delay, and then Gypsy single. What? And Gypsy single didn't come out until like March 2010. Like, they just every 4 months they said, okay, let's throw something out now. Girl, the way that this album could have smashed. The way it could have smashed. So that's my opinion on what the single should have been, how it should have rolled out. I think the way that it actually rolled out was disgusting. But I do think that the effort that Shakira herself was putting in was amazing. Her performances were amazing, her looks were amazing. And the album itself is so fucking good. It's one of her best albums. It is. It was very trendsetting, trailblazing, a great mix of the modern mixed with her world music. Mix it together, it was perfection. And I love that she was very like, take charge and very, I don't know, like, I love watching her interview. She was just so presentable and looked gorgeous, and everything she was saying, she was being very, as always, very intelligent, but she was really showing it during that era, in my opinion. Like, I just loved watching all her interviews and looking at all her looks and watching the music videos and watching the performances. She really snapped. The photo shoots. She-Wolf album cover is so fucking hot. Like, it really encapsulates the theme and power of the wolf. Like, I love that whole theme too. So, and the gunshot thing on the cover, so good. So that's my opinion on it. Y'all let me know what you guys thought of that era when it happened. What you guys think of what I would have done. Tell me what you guys would have done. And thanks for watching.